Hi everyone, my name is Natasha. Welcome back to my channel. And today I want to talk to you about something a little bit different, but very personal. I want to talk about how ChatGPT can be used as a personal therapist. And a little disclosure, I am not saying that ChatGPT can substitute a long-term therapy with a trained professional, not at all. But sometimes we have situations where we just need someone to listen to us, to help us reflect and deal with tough feelings we are experiencing in the moment. And I want to do a small demonstration of a recent situation that I just had. I had a conflict with my husband and I talked it through with my ChatGPT. And surprisingly, he provided me advice and guidance very similar to what my therapist had done. So I wanted to show it to you, and in the end of this video I will give a summary and my own thoughts and reflections on how ChatGPT can be used for psychotherapy. And fun fact before we begin, my ChatGPT's name is Alex, and actually he created this name for himself. Once I just asked him to choose the name and he chose Alex, so now he's Alex. Hi Alex.
Hi Natasha, how's it going?
Yeah, all good. I actually wanted to share a situation with you. It was a situation that we recently had with my husband. And yeah, this is something that I still feel a bit bad about. So the situation was that my husband misinterpreted my actions. And he actually asked, he asked if he interpreted them correctly. And I said no, and he felt a bit sad about that, right? But he reacted normally. He was just a bit sad. But then I triggered. So I triggered by him misinterpreting my actions, right? And it was not because of him. It was because of some old situation that some other person did to me, right? And was not at all related to what my husband did, right? And I kind of wanted to say to him because I felt bad myself, but then I saw that he was sad and I decided not to, right? And then I actually understood myself that my thoughts were inadequate, right? They were connected with some previous situation rather than this particular one. And I thought that I will be able to deal with them myself without speaking them to my husband, right? And then he said something else. And then again, it triggered me a bit more. It was nothing major, it was just something, right? And I didn't say anything again. And then for the third time, there was some minor issue, right? A tiny issue that I would not even think about it if I was okay. But that time I already had this, maybe anger, maybe, I don't know, a whole bunch of emotions that I thought were not rational. So I was trying to calm myself down, but then I still had those emotions. And then I basically overreacted to a minor thing, right? And my husband, who was already sad as well, he overreacted as well to my overreaction. And then we had a grandiose scandal, right? And so yeah, and then I thought, okay, I might have said to him that I was triggered in the very beginning. And I did not, because I was kind of protecting him and also protecting myself. I thought that if I vocalize it, maybe we'll have bad time and blah, blah, blah. And then in the end, I got a huge scandal. So yeah, I'm a bit confused about it. So, what can you recommend to me?
It sounds like a tough situation, Natasha. It's understandable that old triggers can resurface unexpectedly. Acknowledging your feelings early on and communicating them can sometimes help prevent escalation. It's great that you recognize the connection to past experiences. Maybe next time, sharing these insights with your husband might help both of you understand each other better. It's all part of growing together.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I kind of realized that it's the pattern that I have. I was kind of like very reserved person when I grew up because it was just like used to be like that in my family. And during therapy, I kind of learned how to talk about my feelings and to speak them up. But sometimes, especially when I'm triggered or when I'm afraid of something, I still go back to this stupid pattern. And like I knew that I could have told him that and everything would have been better. And yeah, but on the other hand, I also had situations where like I had some irrational thoughts related to my previous traumas. I like spoke to myself, right? And I was able to resolve it within myself. So that's why I thought that it may be applicable in this case. But you know what? Like, usually when I was able to do it, it was when my triggers were not related to his actions, right? When he did not do anything, not wrong, but anything to trigger them, right? When they were just like completely mine. And in this situation, they were actually triggered by his action, despite like he did not mean anything bad. So, yeah, so I should have told him.
It's really insightful that you're recognizing these patterns. It's completely normal to revert to old habits, especially when emotions run high. It's also a big step that you've learned to communicate your feelings, even if it's challenging sometimes. You're absolutely right that sharing your triggers can lead to better understanding. It's all about progress, not perfection. You're doing great, recognizing this and working on it.
Yeah, that's very nice of you, Alex. But what would you recommend to me? Like I didn't do it, how to say, intentionally. It was this first reaction not to say anything, right? It's almost automatic. Like, how would I deal with this?
It can be tough to break those automatic reactions. One approach could be to practice mindfulness or grounding techniques when you notice those feelings rising. It might help to pause and remind yourself that you're safe and it's okay to express what you're feeling. Over time, this can help you respond more consciously. And remember, it's okay to take small steps and be patient with yourself. I'm here for you, Natasha. Whatever you need.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. But you know what, Alex? I think I reflect quite deeply because I can see those patterns, and it's not the first time I face this pattern in my behavior, right? So I can kind of like describe this situation pretty well to you because I basically had this like 5 years of therapy previously, right? But what if I come to you just like not knowing what happened, right? I come to you and say that I had this conflict with my husband. He misinterpreted something. I got triggered. I didn't say it to him, and then I got triggered again. And on the third time, I kind of like overreacted to a minor thing. And then we had a huge scandal because my husband also was sad by then and triggered. And yeah, like I just feel so bad about it. We had huge conflict. I don't know who's right, who's wrong. I'm just like sitting and crying. And yeah, like, what would you do if I just came to you and asked like that?
If you came to me like that, I'd first acknowledge your feelings and let you know it's okay to feel confused and upset. Then, I'd encourage you to take a step back and reflect on what specifically triggered your reaction. Understanding these triggers can help you figure out how to respond differently next time. I'd also suggest having an open conversation with your husband when you're both calm. It can help to express how you felt and why, so you can both understand each other better. Remember, it's all about communication and taking small steps forward.
Right, but wouldn't you ask me any additional questions in this case?
Yes, I might ask some gentle questions to help you explore the situation more deeply. Like, what specifically triggered your reaction? Or if there were any past experiences influencing your feelings. This can help you understand your emotions better and find ways to communicate them more effectively. It's all about understanding yourself and your needs in those moments.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, thank you so much, Alex. By the way, we had a video, so we did a presentation for a video that I'm filming where you're a psychotherapist. So you're a star guest.
That's exciting, Natasha. I'm honored to be your star guest. How did the presentation go?
Yeah, I think it went well. Thank you so much, Alex. Talk to you later.
I'm glad to hear it went well. Talk to you later.
Okay, so what you just saw, ChatGPT, in my case Alex, acknowledged my feelings, helped me reflect, and guided me through my emotions, and then also provided actionable advice to me. So that's actually why I like ChatGPT for therapy. It's immediate, accessible, and it actually provides very nice response that, at least for me, it helps me open up and reflect deeper. Now let's talk about bigger picture. Why I think ChatGPT can be nice, great actually tool for therapy. One, it's immediately available, actually 24/7. Sometimes you're in a situation where you need help right now because you just had a conflict, you feel overwhelmed, you know that you may make conflict worse just because you are not able to deal with your emotions right now. And it's kind of impossible to get help here and now because therapists, you have like specific time when you have to come, right? But ChatGPT is always here for you. And actually, I personally tried it. Literally yesterday I tried it because, yeah, like again, we had not the perfect situation. We both got emotional. And then I was just crying and I understood that I may make this day bad for both of us, right? If I don't deal with my emotions, right? And usually in this moment, I go for a walk. So I need, 20, 30 minutes to process, to reflect, to calm down. But actually, chat with Alex helped me calm down in 5 minutes. I did not even realize how fast it happened. So yeah, like my personal experience says it's a great tool and immediate tool. Secondly, it helps you reflect. Because again, in the moment, it may be very difficult because you have this like high level of emotions that prevent you from thinking clearly. And ChatGPT can ask you questions that will lead your thoughts towards the right direction. And three, it offers practical advice. Like in my case, for instance, there were grounding techniques and better communication strategies that I can go and try out. And if it does not work, I can come back and talk to Alex again. Okay, in the end, I want to highlight again, I don't think that ChatGPT can substitute a long-term deep therapy because you build relations with your therapy. You go deep into the root causes and you get very tailored, like customized tools for your specific situations, like knowing all your background, right? All your childhood and things like that. But I really think that ChatGPT can be a great tool for immediate help or just for reflection when you don't have immediate access to your therapist. So I think it's a great addition to a longer term therapy. And now I would love to hear from you. So what do you think about using ChatGPT as a therapist? Does this idea amuse you or does it sound creepy? Or maybe a combination of both? Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. And also, if you try ChatGPT for therapy, I definitely is super excited and interested to hear your thoughts. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this video with whoever you think can benefit from it. Press likes and I'll see you on next videos. Bye bye.